94.3 The Dude is very grateful to our men and women in uniform. We're proud to recognize local members of our military by turning the spotlight on them right now in our Soldier Salute.
Today on the Soldier Salute, we're speaking with Colonels Marion and Joseph Bullwinkle, both from the South Carolina National Guard. So you guys are brothers, you're both colonels, and you both serve the Guard. Marion, what gives?
We started back in 1992, where I got in the Guard first. And then 2 years later, my brother saw how much fun I was having, and he followed up suit.
Why did you join the Guard?
It was a way for myself to serve the country. There was a break in the military history of my family. My grandfathers served, and my dad did not. He was on the cusp. He was the only son of 4 daughters during the Vietnam era, so he didn't serve. And he didn't graduate high school until 71, so I felt it was my duty. My dad worked for the Charleston Naval Shipyard, and I just felt the call of duty, and also it was a way to pay for college, and it looked like it was fun to do.
All right, Joseph, with your decision, was it partially because you looked at your big brother and you said, hey, that looks great? What made you decide?
I've always wanted to serve, and growing up, running through the woods, playing Army, graduated from high school, toying with what I wanted to do with my life, and saw what my brother was doing and decided I'll give that a try.
Where did you go to basic training?
Fort Benning, Georgia.
Fort Benning. What about you?
The same place, Fort Benning, school for boys.
Now, guys, is the fact that you're not only brothers, but you're also colonels, the same rank in the same force, essentially, is that kind of unique here in South Carolina?
You see families in the Guard, but they're generally, one officer, one enlisted. There's some spread between them. But Joe and I are 3 years apart, and we're tracking really close on our military careers. We get each other's emails all the time. So it's good. When I was a colonel, I got promoted to colonel just maybe a year before he did. It separated the emails then, but now we're back on as colonels. At one time, we were both on the 3rd floor. He was the TAG executive officer, and I was the assistant chief of staff. And everybody confused it. We ran the National Guard.
Sure. Well, hey, as long as Livingston doesn't mind, that's all right.
I think he respected it, and he knew how to put us in our place as well.
The general's a good guy for sure.
Yes, sir.
Now, the two of your brothers, you're both colonels, you both serve the Guard, but this is nowhere near the whole Bullwinkle story, because in the words of Darth Vader, there is another, right?
We're all 3 years apart. Marion's 3 years older than me. I'm 3 years older than my brother Steven. He went active duty, served 4 tours in Afghanistan and Iraq, and he just medically retired out of the active Army.
Now, what's been interesting, in 2010, at one time, you hear about the Blue Star moms, and a Blue Star is for one that's serving. And generally speaking, my mom didn't put them out until we were serving overseas. So she had a flag with a 1 on it, a 2-star, and a 3-star. In 2010, I was deployed to Afghanistan. Joey went on a mission to Japan, and Steven was in Iraq.
Wow.
So she had 3 boys deployed at the same time.
That's a whole lot of praying your mom is doing, I'll bet.
Sure was. What's interesting, real quick, just to give you a few numbers. There are only 23 full-time lieutenant colonels in the South Carolina National Guard, and Joey are too.
Oh, wow.
There are only 19 battalion commanders, and Joey and I are 2 of them.
So, Joe, you're 3 years junior to Marion. Has there ever been a thought like, I am going to catch him someday?
Me catching him one day was ultimately, once I graduated and started as an officer, probably about 10 years ago, I realized that there's a good chance I'm probably going to catch him, and made that an ultimate goal to pass him. I think I was the first person to salute him when he commissioned. Ultimately, when he retires, I'll let him salute me on the way out.
No, there's no rivalry here at all on the Soldier Salute. You guys are both colonels. You're brothers. Of course, it means you share the same name. And obviously, there's no decisions made because that family name. But it's interesting that you guys are tracking pretty much along that same vein.
Well, we have this deal in between. Protect the family name. Keep the name in good graces. That way, when our names come up on a list, okay, Bullwinkle, they don't know which one we're talking about. But all his good accolades come to me, all my good accolades. But if we mess up one time, oh, those Bullwinkle boys, So that's our deal that we have together. Don't ruin the name.
Tell me about your families.
I have 2 little girls, and he has 3 boys. I ended up with the girls, and he got the boys.
How old are they?
I've got one. My oldest son is 18, looking like he's going to join. He graduates Chapin High School this year. Got a 16-year-old. He goes to Chapin High School as well. Hopefully, he'll make the varsity baseball team this year. And then my youngest one, he's 14. He plays a little bit of football, plays paintball, does the hunting, fishing. I heard it this morning on 94.3 The Dude, hunting, fishing all day long.
My girls are 10 and 7, and they don't want anything to do with the military. It's all about dance and ballet.
You now, are you like the strict Army dads, like especially with the girls? Do you hold them to a standard? They ought to bed on time. They're coming down, and yes sir, no
Those
sir.
Those girls run him. My house, there's discipline with boys, but those girls, he's whipped. He's whipped.
Is that true?
It is. It is. Definitely daddy's little girls.
So you guys have been in 22 and 24 years respectively. Are there still times when you look in the mirror and you're all dressed up and you say, wow, this is what I get to do? Not have to do, but get to do?
Yeah, it's awesome. It's not the same old mundane thing every day. I mean, with the jobs that we have, we get opportunity and exposure to see the great things that the South Carolina National Guard does. We have every helicopter in the Army. We have every fighting vehicle in the Army. We have all the weapons. We have all the skills. If you wanted to do something in the regular Army, 9 times out of 10, the South Carolina National Guard has it. Everybody says thank you when they see me. Thank you for your service. And I feel like I'm the one that's getting the benefit out of it. I mean, I've got a great job, provide for my family, and thank you for thanking me.
How often do you get to go to work doing something you love? How many people get to do that?
Not a lot of people.
Been to Japan, been to Saudi Arabia, been to Kuwait, been to Afghanistan, been all over the U.S., get to shoot guns, get to blow things up, drive tanks, fly in helicopters.
The toys for the big boys, right?
Exactly. And they're free.
You get paid to shoot. Free ammunition, you get paid.
This salute to our local soldiers on 94.3 The Dude is presented by Spirit Communications, keeping you connected, and All American Heating and Air, American and proud of it.